Hello and welcome to your organizational treasure hunt. For this assignment, you're going to look at the who, the what, the where, the when, the how, and the why your organization does what it does. For this activity, you want to make sure that you're researching the organization's website, their brochures, printed materials to discover the organization, their mission, their purpose, their goals, their population served, the size of the organization, the annual budget, and the board of directors, and other important information. So basically, you're going to go on a treasure hunt to find out all about your organization. So again, you don't have to interview someone to do this. You want to go through and look at their materials to get an understanding of your organization. Last semester, you spent time trying to figure out where you wanted to intern. So there were some things that you liked about this organization. There's some things that drew you into this organization. So now you're going to go back and look a little bit closer about this organization and find out some of that important information. So to get started, let's take a look at a couple of things. First, I want you to look at the rubric. So as we go through, I just mentioned it's the who, the what, the where, the when, the how, the why. So let's take a look at the rubric so we can talk about the pieces that you're going to be pulling. Again, you don't have to interview anyone. Brochures, websites, their, information in general is what you want to look at. So for this, you're getting 5 points to answer each of the questions, the first ones, 5 points to answer, who is the organization. You want to describe and explain the organization's mission, purpose, and goals. Next, the what, you want to think about what population does the organization serve, and what does the organization do? So what is their impact in the community? Who do they serve? You want to describe and explain that. For the where, you want to think about where does the organization, where are they located, and where is the population that they serve. So again, if your organization's online, it may be that they work with a variety of communities throughout the United States or throughout the world. So make sure you know where's your service organization or your organization located, but then also where are the populations of people that they serve. So when, you want to know, when are their services available and what are their hours of operation. For some of the organizations, they may have a 24-hour type of service. Other organizations may operate between 8 to 5. They may be a before school or after school care program. So think about when are their hours available to their particular clients. And then how. So you want to think about how does your particular organization accomplish their mission and goals. So this is where if it's a after school program, it's a tutoring program, they provide services to kids in helping them learn how to read. So you would discuss the how of what they do. And then the why, you want to think about why is this organization important, and what do they do that benefits the community that they serve. So that's your why. And then there's also probably other information that doesn't quite fit into our buckets of who, what, where, when, how, and why. That other information you can add in after at the end of all these categories. We're also looking at your professionalism and making sure that you did this. You want to make sure that you're using professional writing, making sure that you really are figuring out and learning more about your organization, because it's very important to understand your organization as you start building something for them and working with them. It's better to understand them now, so that way if you have questions when you start meeting with your supervisor and other people within the organization, you can ask them questions about the different parts of their mission or how they, do different things or why they do things the way they do. So another thing is you're going to go over some pre-work. So let me jump into the template so that way you can see, where you're going to put all this information. So you want to click this link up here. This will open your template. I have my template open here. Again, it follows that same format of you have to use the template. So when you click on it, it's going to open it for you. The thing that you always want to remember is once you say use template, you always have to share the template. And I know that in other courses we talked about having you create a folder. You want to make sure you put everything in that folder because, again, if you put everything in the folder that you shared with us last semester, it's going to open a lot easier. So, again, I'm going to click on share to make sure it's shared because we can't grade something we cannot see. So make sure that you share it. Again, click here so that way you're opening it. I always do everyone with a link because if you want to share this with people at your site, they most likely do not have an ASU access point. So you want anyone with the link so that way everyone can see it. So I'm going to say done. And then once I've done that, I'm going to go in. You always want to do your pre-work. Your pre-work is really important. For your pre-work, it gives you a list of readings. So here are the readings right here that you want to go through and make sure that you're you understand what's going on. So module 1, you want to check into these different activities before you actually go in to start the assignment. So take a look, read these. After you've read them, you want to come back in and add what you read and what was helpful to you, what helped frame your thoughts to get you ready for this assignment. So again, as we keep moving, these are the directions. Again, like I said before, your who is going here, your what, your where, your when, your how, your why, other information, and then resources. After you're done with this, again, make sure you create the page that it goes on. You're going to embed this in the page, and then you submit that portfolio link to us for us to grade. We look forward to seeing your work. We look forward to working with you. Have a great day.